Hi Otters. So for the last week, I updated some visuals. So if you now go to the App Store or Google Play, then you will see new visuals instead of literal screenshots of my app, just so that it creates a bit more like a fun or attracting and not just screenshots, which can be a bit dull and probably a bit of a repetition if they read it and then having to go through it again once they open the app. So that's one of the things that I've done, and the reason why I do so is because I would like to increase my conversion rate, which is the ratio of those who visit the app, visit the website, and who end up downloading the app. So I want to increase that. I also implemented some, not really implemented. I try to focus on increasing retention rate as well, which is especially for day one retention rate, which is the rate of people who visited the app and then who still come back the next day. And I'm glad that it's still climbing. The rate is now like 30%, and I think it used to be like it was almost 20% 2 weeks ago, and now it's 30, which I'm glad. The change that I've done is pretty much because like I realized that there's some small issue, not really small. There's some issue with my app which I couldn't figure out for a long time and kind of procrastinate and put it on hold because I don't want to face it because I couldn't figure it out. Later on, realizing that it's just kind of like a minor issue. So I got to make that change. So now people won't be able to reply post limitlessly, but instead only 5 posts per day as I planned. So probably that creates some excitement or like for people to look forward to what's coming next tomorrow. So probably that draws some people to stay. But then also probably because I increased the rate of replies. I think I mentioned last week. Now people can reply 5 posts instead of 3. So probably that increased some the chance of interaction with other users and hence increasing the rate of retention. So that's cool. I'm glad to see that. I forgot whether I mentioned it last week or not, but I add a new section which is tips and tips and design, to explain a bit more of why I did the app, just so for those who are interested, to really know why I'm doing this, and then also some references of the videos that I highly recommend people to watch because it can really we can really learn how to debate or how to and not really like and more so a healthy debate among people and what to do and not to do. And then if you come across someone who's hectic, how do you deal with these kind of people, which is like pretty much how to communicate in a way. And I think it's a very useful skill, not just in the app but in general, and something that the society really need. And then some tips with regard to how to use my app, because I don't want to have this section added in my app. Reason being, I don't want my app to be too text heavy. So instead, I just put a hyperlink in my app that will lead people to my webpage where people can read a bit more. So hopefully that helps. I'm just a guy who hate to have things very messy. I like to keep things neat, which hopefully, which you probably can get a hint when you're using my app, because it's just very simple, very clean, or as clean as possible. It's actually hard to really keep things clean or neat, but that's another story. And I also got some feature added or like fixed, so now all the text message can be automatically hyperlinked if it's a link. So it's easier for people to navigate through links that's shared, and easier for people to change idea, especially if it's like a difficult concept to explain or something that's something that you find interesting, as in a video or a song, etc. Because some things it's just easier to really just share the link, so that you can, like, the other side can really get a more complete view. And also the other thing is that now you can exchange, which I call profile in the app. Once you finish like talking about the posts and you are looking for something to extend the conversation, or you want to, just like extend the conversation or know the other side a bit more, then you can share your profile with the other side. And I didn't limit what kind of information to put in, because I just feel like put whatever people are comfortable with, as in who they are. But if you don't want to put anything about yourself, you can also put on the topics that you're interested, what makes you passionate, etc. So it's kind of open text, and which I think is the best to go, because like I'm not bothered in needing to think of what kind of labels to think of, because that's against what I'm trying to do. But at the same time, people can feel more comfortable because they share the information that they want to share and are passionate to share and then eager to share as well. So hopefully that's going to help conversations to go on. And for the upcoming week, I will probably put a personal post in my personal accounts, just so that I can let my friends, then my friends will know, okay, what I'm actually doing, because I didn't really put it that up front. I kind of kept it well, I guess. Like only the people that's close to me will know that I'm actually working on an app. So yeah, I'll see whether I can attract some people from my personal contact, or also to just for those who's interested in how things are going about me, because I kept quite a low profile. So yeah, that's that, and hopefully some people will got interested, and if they enjoy, they'll stay. If they don't, they leave, which isn't too much of a deal. But yeah, hopefully people will stay. I do see that the daily active users are gradually growing. Ups and downs, but gradually growing. Now it's usually around 70 daily active users. So that's promising in a way. And also, yeah, I feel like, because I couldn't really get the real-time data because it's daily active, so I can only know it today, tomorrow, and I feel like today is actually the daily active users it's more than 100, but we'll see. The other good thing is that my Facebook ad, for some reason, it's back into performance that I was expecting. So it's bringing people into the app, which is great. But I hope this effect will stick. So fingers crossed. And I'm going to have a short trip to Tainan. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week.